Let's talk about one of my favorite fall and winter herbal allies, and that's elderberry syrup. I like to think of elderberry syrup as my immune system daily support. Video, I really just wanted to talk about really quickly, how I make it and how I use it, because I'm pretty sure those are some of the questions that you might have. So, as far as how I use it, let's start there. In November specifically, I am going to start taking a tablespoon of it every day. I think that there is some discourse out there on whether you should take elderberry syrup or not. I personally have been taking it daily starting in November for the past 2 years, and I've not been immunocompromised. I think if anything, that's more relevant for the herb echinacea. That's something you definitely shouldn't be taking on a daily basis. You want to take echinacea when you start to feel those symptoms come up. As far as elderberry, taking it daily is what I do, and then I will ramp up my dosage when I'm definitely feeling sick. It does reduce the duration of the symptoms that you might be feeling, cold and flu symptoms. A tablespoon, take a tablespoon of it, however you want to. You can also use the syrup. It's a syrup, so you can drizzle it on top of any desserts that you might make, or you can take a little bit of syrup in I recently made a cocktail, added some to my prosecco. I think that's, again, it's a syrup, so get creative on how you can use elderberry syrup besides just for a daily medicine. Now, as far as how I made this, because I just went foraging and I got a whole bunch more elder. So y'all have probably seen these in pictures, videos that I have posted, but this is the raw elderberry. And before it gets this color, it is green. And when it's green, you cannot use it. It's toxic. You want to wait until it gets this dark purple color. Then they're ready to go and they're ripe. So I take these and harvest them, obviously. And once I clean them, Jennifer, my best friend, she has a cool trick on how to get these. I mean, you can take your time and, of course, pull these off one by one, but you can also stick them in the freezer, and then they're a lot easier to get off the branches. But anyways, once you've sorted through them, cleaned them, whatnot, you're gonna add these. I don't have the exact measurements. I can absolutely add a recipe to the carousel of this post. But you want to boil these down in some water. I like to add ginger, cinnamon. We added some cloves this year. I feel like I'm missing something else. Turmeric could also be a good thing to add. Those for sure. Cinnamon, ginger, cloves are the staples to put into elderberry syrup. We was just throwing stuff into the pot this year, but and with all the great things. So just get creative, and there's lots of different recipes. Anyways, let that come to a boil, right? You'll strain that mixture. Then left over, you'll have the juice. You'll want to let that juice cool down, and then you can add your sweetener. So I personally love to use raw honey, and it's 1-to-1, so 1 cup of juice elderberry to 1 cup of honey, and then you have syrup. So that's how I make elderberry syrup. I also make an elderberry tincture. I know that has nothing to do with talking about elderberry syrup. That's a completely different process, but that's basically just taking these berries, smashing them down, adding a whole bunch of vodka, letting that soak for 6 weeks. So we got that going as well. You can make gummies. You can dry them. This is what this is what the dry elder looks like. I don't even know if y'all can freaking see it. But anyways, I've been having this dried for a week, and I'll just put this into a jar. That way I have it ready to go throughout winter, and I can just make me some quick elderberry tea. I like to make my elderberry tea non-negotiable, a cinnamon stick. Cinnamon with elderberry. Ginger, I'll probably throw some turmeric. I like to add some mullein. I'm gonna start talking about respiratory support as well in other posts coming down the line, but mullein is another great one for throat. It expels mucus from the throat, but it's just great for throat health, lung health as well. So yeah, I don't want this to be too long, but if you guys have any questions about elderberry, please drop them in the comments, or personally message me. If you're in New Orleans and you want some syrup, some tincture, hit me up. I got you, because it's growing in abundance and I'm just trying to get stocked up, get ready. And if you don't have it, you can source it off Amazon. Just make sure it's organic, probably. Your local, I'm always going to push local herb and herb stores and apothecaries, so check out your local herb shops. We'll definitely have some elderberry. Those are like my two go-tos. Or if you live in a tropical region such as like you're down south or anywhere, you could probably just drive around and find some elderberry. So that's a little spiel on elderberry syrup. I hope that this was helpful, and I'm just gonna keep coming and bringing this information to y'all because I don't want to gatekeep herbs at all. I think there is a huge calling for us to really turn back to natural medicine. Thank y'all so much for learning with me, and I'll be back with more herb content soon. Peace.